Shalom, everybody. Peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked man, the Lord said. It's going after the ruse tonight? Really? Well, if they go after the ruse, I don't want to change topic, but I know about what's going on now in Syria. But I think this temporary president of Syria is going to be killed soon. You see, because he is a leader of gangs, you know, those Al-Qaeda, etc. This guy he killed already hundreds of his leaders. Anyone who opposed him, he ended. And just 2 days ago, he sent one of his militant leaders to Emirat. And with the agreement with Emirat, he was arrested. He is wanted by the Interpol for beheading a woman. She's an activist. So this guy is going to be killed. It's just a matter of time. Criminals, you know, they will be killing each other. They cannot live in peace. The Druze, obviously lately, they start getting more into getting the protection of Israel. The Druze is very hypocrite people, you know, like they say, we are Muslims, we are Arab, but they are the #1 who serve in the Israeli army. And right now, as we speak, 600 Druze sheikh, they went to Israel, and obviously they claim they are going there for a religious purpose, sorry, but reality, they are going there to negotiate with the Israeli. And I will not be surprised if the Druze, they ask Israel to occupy their area. All right, I will not be surprised at all. Yeah, and I will not blame them. I mean, those people, they will go with the winner. So when the Assad is the winner, they are kissing his butt. The Assad is gone, they kiss the other butt. The guy he is gone, they will kiss the Israeli butt. You know, they are minority, and they cannot fight the Muslim Sunni alone. So they need protection, and the only protection they have now is Israel. And the Israeli, because they have a good number of Druze in their army, in the IDF, they will be willing to support those Druze because it's giving them benefit anyway. Israel is a small country, so if they can take a part of Syria, and the excuse is the Druze or the Christians, they will. Why not? This is the map of Syria, and here, this area here, there's a lot of Druze in the south, right in the border with Israel. So it's perfect. The Israeli army, they can be there in a few hours, not even a few hours, you know, 2 hours. You know? Yeah. And they will take all this area here. This is Suwaida. This is where there's Druze, majority of them. So if you check the distance between them and Israel, you will see nothing. Actually, they are already there, the Israeli. You know? And the Israeli will be happy to take all over this area. Big territory. In fact, I heard that the Alawi in the coast of Syria, they are asking the Israeli to occupy them. Look, I mean, look how a few months can change everything. Few months ago, the Alawi, they want to fight Israel. They want to support Hezbollah. Few months after, the Alawi is kissing the ass of Hezbollah, sorry, of Israel, because the Sunni are killing them, raping their girls. You know, just yesterday I heard the news. The Muslim Sunni, they kidnapped 13 young men, Alawi. 3 of them killed by torture. The rest they shot them. They killed them all, but some they killed them by torture. So this Syria will never have a future. That's it, because now the Islamists, they are in control. So the one in north of Syria, the Kurdish and the Christians in the north of Syria, they have a conference, and they make it clear they will not accept any constitution, new constitution, if this constitution did not agree that the north will have a federal local governing, and they will not be religious. They don't want Islam. Those are the Kurdish and the Christian in the north. The Druze are the same. They want to be, they claim they want to be part of Syria, but in reality they want to be self-governed. They will not trust the Muslim Sunni to take control of them. The same as the coast where the Alawi and the Christians are. So this country is screwed up, you know. The only way to fix this is to get rid of the Islamists and get a secular government, which is make the country not a religious country in the meaning of Islam. Take Islam out of the image, and then you can have a country again. Because the Kurdish will never accept. The Kurdish, they sign agreement with the terrorist government in Syria, because Trump is, he told them, we know that Trump, even the last time he was a president, he was going to withdraw from north of Syria, and now he is withdrawing. Actually, I think now there is only maybe 600, 700 American soldiers. That's it, you know. So soon the Kurdish will be by themselves alone. However, the Kurdish, even if the American left, they have a lot of support still from Iraq, because they are in the border with Iraq, and all this area here is Kurdish. And the Kurdish in the north of Iraq, they have government. They have even an army, and they will support the Kurdish. So even if the American left, they will not be out of weapon, out of ammunition, out of support. They will still get the support of the Iraqi Kurdish. So, like, you know, movement of politics and war is depend in situation. When the Kurdish, they have support of American, they are stubborn. When the Kurdish don't have support of American, they will be easy to negotiate with. So if the Druze and the Alawi and the Kurdish all revolt together, the Syrian regime right now, which is the Al-Qaeda, the Muslim terrorist, they will be very weak. You know, they cannot establish. But you will notice that Qatar is putting all their weight to make the government of Syria right now, Al-Qaeda, accepted by European Union. In fact, I learned lately that the British intelligence, they were giving information to Al-Qaeda in Syria against the Assad during all the time the war was happening. And right now, actually 2 days ago too, England left all the sanctions on the in the Ministry of Defense, the intelligence of Al-Qaeda in Syria, which is the government right now in Syria. So obviously England right now standing with them, supporting them. So Qatar doing all what they can, and Turkey all what they can to give legitimate existence of the terrorist regime in Syria right now. However, this is not how things will work, because at the end of the day, the only one who can say how things will work is Israel. If Israel want, they can occupy Damascus in less than half hour. There's no army now. I mean, they have, those are militant. Israel destroy all their plane, missiles, everything. You know. So Israel, they are the only one who can change things, and this is why the Druze, they are doing their best. They used to say, make speeches against Israel. Right now, they are kissing the ass of Israel. If we go in the news and we search, in fact, Israel announced that any Durzi from Syria, he can come to Israel to work without papers. As simple as that. So if you are Druze in Syria, you can enter into Israel without papers. They will give you a job. So obviously Israel, they have a plan for the Druze, and it's an opportunity. See, 650 Druze cleric, not just 650, 650 sheikhs. Those are the Druze sheikhs, by the way. They claim to be Muslim, but they have nothing to do with Islam. So 650 sheikh, I mean, that's mean every sheikh in the Druze. The Druze are a small minority, they are not big. They are going for 2 days visit to Israel, but they are there already for, they will be there for a more than half month. And I believe clearly that this visit is to negotiate with the Israeli about the coming preparation for what they will do in Syria. And I will not be surprised if they have an agreement with the Israeli to take over that territory and give them protection from the Islamists in Syria. In return, Israel can take over the land. And the second Israel take the land, nobody can take it back. You know, like now Israel took the Golan Heights, which is there is some Christians and the majority are Druze in that area. And Israel will never leave it because it's very strategic, very important. From the Sheikh Mountain in the Golan Height, you can see Damascus by eyes, you know. So it's a very extremely, you know, strategic point. You see here. Now this area is in the hand here of Israel. In fact, as I know now, Israel is about only 30 kilometers away from Damascus, the capital. But I don't know exactly which point in this map here they are talking about. But they are very close to Damascus. They can take it in a few hours. Very easy. What do you think about the situation in Lebanon? The same. Lebanon as the same as Syria is a country is screwed because of Muslims. So Syria, they have the Muslims of the Sunni. The Lebanon, they have the problem if the Sunni, the Shia. I mean, it's a messed up country, and nothing can fix it except Israel. Nobody can fix it except Israel. Just a few days ago, the Israeli army, Air Force, they hit a target in the south of Beirut. I think yesterday. Let me check. So the Israeli did not stop hitting Hezbollah, and they will not. This is yesterday, yeah. Just yesterday. Israel is watching carefully every move inside Lebanon. And they will not make Hezbollah, they will not let Hezbollah breathe. See? This is when? 1 day ago. See it? This is 1 day ago. They made Allah fly. Yeah. So the only one who can fix this Middle East, messed up Middle East, is Israel. Clean all the Islamist groups, destroy Hezbollah, finish them. Same as those Islamic militants, you know. There's no solution. Look at this. This is supposedly a storage for missile fuels. The same as the one happened explosion in Iran. I don't know if you watch the news. Now, in the beginning, they said this has nothing to do with Israel. It was a human error, but sound like it was Israel. It's the same kind of explosion happened in Lebanon before. It was done by ammonia, which is used for missiles and explosions. As you see, the only one really have the long hand in the Middle East is Israel. The rest is potatoes. So whoever is friend to Israel, he is the winner. Who is the enemy of Israel, he will be smashed. This is the Iranian explosion. Started, and then boom, burn everything. And you see the color of the smoke will tell you what is the material is burning. This is when it started, and then the explosion. Everything flat. All those people who were recording, they are dead for sure. Because the beginning it was like this, and then after that, boom! Look at this. And then people from far distance. Looks like a nuke, small nuke, you know. Look at this. The same explosion happened in Lebanon. A few years ago. The filthy Hezbollah is storing ammonia in the port, and thus they use them for weapon. If you see the explosion in Lebanon, you will see it's the same, but maybe more horrible, because obviously the amount of it was extremely huge. Yeah, like this is a woman. She's a Muslim. She is doing her wedding in Beirut, and look, the explosion happened. They fly, all of them. They get killed. Look at this. Look at this. It's like nuke, literally like a nuke. Buildings was wiped out of, you know. The same exactly happened in Iran. If you go and look at the Iranian explosion, you will find a few kilometers, they are totally wiped out of existence. This is the same in Lebanon. Many stupid people, they stand in their balcony watching what's going on, but they don't know what will happen after a few seconds. If you ever exist in such a place, don't be stupid and stand in your balcony watching what's happening. All those people, they lost arms, hands, you know. Don't be donkey. Look what happened. I mean, the whole area demolished totally. Those are Christians, they got killed. This is inside the church. Look. Inside the church. There's a church service, and the explosion happened. Look. The church is shaking. Look. The whole building. But this man, he continue. Look, see the priest? He continue in the service until the whole thing collapsed. Yeah, some videos you can't even see them because they are horrible. It's exactly like a nuke. Look at this. Do you see? It's a nuke explosion. This is how filthy Hezbollah is.
I'm good.
Come. What is it?
Yeah.
Look at this. Yeah. Muslims, wherever they go, even if you take them to heaven, they will make it ugly. It's a fact. Prove me wrong. If you bring them to heaven, heaven will become a terror place. They cannot live in peace with themselves, with their neighbor, with their families. They have to be fighting somebody. Everybody killing everybody. It's a fact. You know, Lebanon, not long time ago, 1 lira is a $3. I think, no, I think it was 2 lira, maybe 2.75, like 2 lira is equal to $1. Let us see what the lira is today. Hold on. Convert $1 US to Lebanese lira.
As of Monday, April 28th, 2025, at 10:02 p.m. Central Daylight Saving Time, $1 United States dollar (USD) is approximately equal to 89,218.19 Lebanese lira (LBP). It's important to note that the exchange rate
between can you believe USD it?
and LBP
80,089. $1 is 89,000 lira. Before the Muslims they start their war in Lebanon, $1 is 2 lira. People in Lebanon, they are more rich than people who live in Europe. Many Europeans, they used to come to Lebanon to work. Lebanon was the Swiss land of the Middle East. Banks, etc., you know. The Muslims came, that's it. Say bye-bye. Iran, Hezbollah, and the garbage, and jihad, kidnapping, ransom, filth, you name it. What you expect? That's why, you know, I made a video, I don't know how many of you saw it, asking Lebanese Christians why you, like, I noticed in TV they start saying the Israeli arm enemy. So I say, why you are saying the Israeli enemy? In fact, you should be very grateful for the Israeli. They are the one, because all the missiles of Hezbollah, if they don't use it against Israel, they will use it against you. As simple as that. Just 2 years ago, the filthy leader of Hezbollah, he threatened the Christians in Lebanon with 100,000 fighters. Yeah, the video is there. I can play it for you. So the Israeli, they did great favor. Like now, if in Lebanon now they breathe more, better, is because of Israel. Otherwise, Hezbollah, like now, Israel, they broke the wings of Hezbollah. They don't let them even move. As you see, just yesterday they hit them again. Almost every day they hit them. So now the Christians in Lebanon, they felt finally that the control of Hezbollah is released. But you should understand that the one who made that happen to you is Israel. So you should be a friend to Israel. Learn from the Druze, donkeys. Don't be donkey. Don't be stupid. See, the Druze are smarter than those Christians. The Druze, they are very flexible. They go. The Christians, oh, we will not, you know, we just Lebanese. We will not join with any. You need to join. You cannot do it alone. I mean, even America joined with NATO. Even England joined with NATO. Even powerful countries. They are stubborn and they follow the trend. I don't find that the Christians, Lebanese, especially those leaders, I don't find them really intelligent. They need some new, you know, leadership. I hope soon they will find somebody. Yeah, if not Israel, Hezbollah will be, you know, Hezbollah control the airport, control the customs, control the borders, control the police, control the intelligence, control the army, control everything. The Christians, by name, the president is a Christian. But the one who controls things in the ground is Hezbollah. The parliament, Hezbollah, they shut down the parliament for the last 2 years. Because they don't want them to have, they don't want the Christian to have a president. Because the parliament have to join together and elect the president. And the head of the parliament is a Shia. So he will not invite the parliament, because this is his duty, he have to do it. So they can elect the president. And why do they want the president to be exist? Because if he exists, the Christian will have authority. So now the Christian in Lebanon, they have a president. He's a Christian. He was the head of the army. And now this guy, he feel more strong because Hezbollah is more weak. So I hope he will be able to do something. But I'm not too much positive about it, because I believe all of this will happen only if this president in Lebanon cooperate with Israel. For the only one who can stand with the Lebanese army to destroy Hezbollah is Israel. The Lebanese army cannot do it alone. They cannot. They don't have the weapon. They don't have the numbers. They don't have the money. Hezbollah now is struggling. Before, they have the weapon, they have the fighters, they have the money. Now Hezbollah, they don't have the weapon as before. They don't have the money as before. Because remember, Hezbollah number one income is drugs. And all the manufacture for drugs run by Hezbollah in Syria now is shut down. Number one market for the drugs of Hezbollah was Saudi Arabia, Emirat, Bahrain, Qatar. every year more than 120 to 130,000 drug dealer arrested in Saudi Arabia. Most of the drugs, the massive amount, is coming from Hezbollah. Number 2 from Pakistan. But Hezbollah is the one really in control of the business. So they make billions of dollars every month from just the drugs. But since now the regime in Syria changed and all the manufacture of Hezbollah inside Syria shut down, and now the Israeli are watching them carefully, and the Israeli in the beginning of the war, they destroy a lot of their banks and the location where they store their money. So Hezbollah now is a very weak compared to before. We can't compare. The stupid leader of Hezbollah, you remember before, guys, I told you the only way for Israel to, before they invade Lebanon, I was upset because the Israeli are not hitting Hezbollah in Lebanon, because this is the only language those people they understand. If you don't hit them, they will say you are weak. They will think that you are weak. That's why you don't hit them, not because you are nice. No, it's about you being weak and they are being strong. And now Hezbollah, each time Israel hit, they don't even dare to say we will hit back. They don't dare. They will not even think about it for a second. So imagine just a few months what they can do. From someone he will never stop hitting you. And now the same in Yemen, by the way. Like now the American, they are hitting at Houthi in Yemen. Every day 30, 40 airplane attacks, American attacks on the Houthi. And I believe that Trump, you see, Trump, he will not go in the ground, because the only way to do victory over those Houthi savage people is a ground invasion. And I believe a ground invasion will happen. But it's not the American who will do it. The American, they will clean the storage, the depot for weapon for Al-Houthi. They will destroy their missiles ability, their communication systems. And then when the American finish their strikes over the Houthi area here, the Muslim Sunni in this side of Yemen, this area, they will start a ground invasion to take Sana'a and all those cities all the way until they arrive to this area. This area before was occupied by Yemen, but by Emirat, but the filthy Obama, he stood against Emirat and he forced them to withdraw because he supports Iran, as we know. You remember Obama is the one who gave Iran $650 billion. They claim this is their money, and then he is the one who left all sanctions on them, and he is the one who signed the agreement for the nukes, and that make Iran flourish. It was Obama, the Muslim, the Shia. So when Emirat occupy this area, which can secure this sea, this is the problem now. Any ship when I enter in this area here, the Houthi, they are very close. This is very narrow area. They can shoot it easy. So Emirat, they occupy this area. The filthy Obama, he forced Emirat to withdraw, and then the Shia, they took over it again. And this is how Iran controlled this the Red Sea. It was all because of Obama. So now the American, I believe this is what they are trying to do. They are hitting all the storages, the warehouse, the missiles, the ammunition, drones, everything they have, preparing for a ground invasion will be done by the Muslim Sunni from this area, which is controlled by the Muslim Sunni. All this area here is controlled by the Muslim Sunni. They will invade this area and they will take over it. But they are waiting for the time or the point or the day where America say to them, go. We made them totally exhausted. Any other question? I know some people don't like those topics, but Islam is a religion of politics. It's not a religion of God. It's about conquering, stealing, theft, robbing, torturing, terror, and the only language they understand is this language. You see, the only reason Israel exists in the Middle East, because Israel, they have the language which they can speak with it to the Muslims. Violent. If Israel says we want to go in peace, and Israel says, okay, we will not even have army, those Muslims, the savage, they will attack Israel, they will finish the whole country in one day. They will do exactly what Hamas did in October 7. And imagine, those people, they have nukes, they have a very powerful army, and October 7 happened. So what will happen if they don't have such an army? Are you getting my point? I mean, those in Gaza, those savage, they think that even though they don't have, they have a Kalashnikov, they have RPG, they don't have airplanes, few toys, drones, still they think they can conquer Israel. So what is stopping this massive size of land around them? All is Muslims. Turkey, Syria, Iraq, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Libya, Morocco, you name it. Massive land, massive population, hundreds of millions. What is stopping them from eating Israel alive? The language. The Israeli understand the language they speak. Violent. If they try to attack Israel, Israel will wipe the floor with them. This is the only reason for them to behave with Israel. Otherwise, Israel will be finished in one day. All right? When I was in the Middle East, I noticed that if you are a nice person, never have weapon, you don't have a reputation that you are a troublemaker, everybody want to fight with you. You see, Middle Eastern are very, very aggressive and evil people. And I know some of you are here Middle Eastern will be upset, but I'm from there. If you walk in the street, expect a fight. For any reason. If you are a nice person, somebody will beat you. Like you walk in the street, you have to look down on the ground so nobody will make a fight with you. To avoid them. Or you call them sir. Salute them, praise them. Very evil. If you are a troublemaker, the same I said about you being nice will happen to the evil one. The evil one will become the nice one to you. The wicked one, he's wicked with everybody. But because you are more wicked, or more troublemaker, or more armed, or more violent maybe, suddenly the wicked will be so friendly and nice and peaceful. So to live in the Middle East, you have to be a hyena between wolves. It's not enough to be a wolf. You have to be the hyena. Hyena is more powerful than wolves. Because they understand one language, violent, who is strong, who is weak. I wasn't troublemaker, but I have always my weapon and my guns. They know me, they don't dare to get close to me. I never get involved in a fight, it's about me. I get involved in a fight to defend somebody. Once I saw two guys beating a guy, I jumped in the fight. I don't know the guy. After the fight is over, he says, the guy who I was defending him, he said, do I know you? I said, no. He says, why you join? I said, because you are short. He's short, he's a short guy. And they are two men bigger than him, older than him, stronger than him, beating him. I felt it's my duty to support this guy. I don't know him. I never met him before. I have no idea who's he, So I jump in the fight, Yeah, I never have a fight because of me. But anyway, this is how the Middle East is. And what happened in the street will happen between countries. If you are strong, like, Egypt is almost 100 million population. So if they throw rocks at Israel, they can destroy the Jews. But they tried first time, second time, third time, and they eat shish kebab. Israel made them shish kebab. So they learned their lesson that our big population is not really a strength. In fact, it is a weakness. Because they have big population, the government is bankrupt. They don't have enough money to support the population. They keep making babies. So in Egypt, they have oil, they have gas, but it's not enough. It's not even for the population they have. I think actually even Egypt have more oil or gas than Qatar. But because their population is so big, the money does not make a difference. Qatar is a small, tiny population, very small, tiny. So if they make $1 billion a day, I mean, how they can spend it? It's a lot of money for a small population. So all those Arab countries, they learned that there is a red line. Israel is not the one to play with. And nobody knows really what kind of weapon Israel have. Like, they have more than 100 nukes in the 70. We do not know now what they have. Nitrogen, hydrogen, whatever names of bombs. So the nukes became like an old-fashioned toy. So the one will go at war with Israel. Israel will literally will destroy the whole country. Any country, doesn't matter which country. And this is the only reason for Israel to exist. And as you see, they are the one now dictating to Lebanon, to Syria, to Jordan, to every neighbor. They are the one who say, you can do this, you cannot do that. Everybody fear them. Muslim don't respect you. Muslim can fear you, yes, but respect you, no. Love you, no. Their prophet is a violent man, terrorist. And the other thing helping Israel, that all those Muslims, they always betray each other. Like just a few days ago, the Jordanian government, I believe by the help of the Israeli intelligence, those Jordanian, they are shish kebab hummus intelligence. So the Israeli intelligence, they report to Jordan that a group of the Muslim Brotherhood, which is Hamas, they are preparing to a big attack against the royal family in Jordan, which is not really royal. They are making, they build the manufacturer to make locally weapon, and the purpose of it is to attack the so-called the king family, kill them, and take over the country. And remember, so-called Palestinian in Jordan is more than 80% of the population. So they can take over the country so easy.
It took steps towards dissolving the Islamist group in a court decision 5 years ago. Now Jordan has outlawed the Muslim Brotherhood and confiscated its assets, accusing some of its members of plotting to hit targets in Jordan with rockets and drones.
It has been proven that members of the so-called Muslim Brotherhood were engaging in activities that aimed to destabilize the country. The explosives and weapons that were discovered were being moved between Jordanian cities and stored in residential neighborhoods.
The group has denied any links to the alleged plot. but it did acknowledge that members may have been involved in an individual capacity in arms smuggling to Palestinians in the occupied.
You know, the funny is that Muslim Brotherhood are considered as a terrorist organization almost in every Islamic country, except in West, in America, in Europe, in England. Until now, the potato Trump, he did not even designate him as a terrorist. He will not do that. Trump, there is something fishy about him when it's come to the Muslim Brotherhood and Turkey and Qatar. Like you notice, he put tariff on Israel, but not in Turkey. Why? Which one is more important to Trump? Israel or Turkey? How you put 17% of tariff on Israel, but you have zero tariff in Turkey? He put tariff on everybody except Turkey. So there is something fishy I don't like about what Trump is doing in this case. And those Muslim Brotherhood, they have a plan now, because now they took over Syria. Al-Qaeda are Muslim Brotherhood. They are now in charge of Syria. So now they have a hope. They can take over Jordan, and then they can take back Egypt. Because just in the time of Obama, the Muslim Brotherhood, they took over Egypt. In fact, when Obama was elected, any one of you, I don't know how many of you used to watch my program, radio program with Osama Daktok. I mentioned in one of the program, you can find it, I find it. When Obama was elected, I said to Osama, Obama will not leave the office until he established an Islamic State. And that was long before Islamic State is even people heard of it. You know, I made it so clear, and I said he will establish it in Egypt, in Syria, and this is exactly what happened. The Muslim Brotherhood, they took over Egypt, and they control more than 70% of Kuwait. They control Qatar, they control Turkey, they control Tunisia, and Hillary Clinton, if you remember, she went all the way to Libya, and she met with the head of the Muslim Brotherhood in Libya. The plan of Obama is very clear. He is trying to establish an Islamic State by the Muslim Brotherhood all around Israel. So the map will be from here, from Turkey, here. All of this will be Muslim Brotherhood. Syria, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, and Emirat. And almost they were successful actually. So they took over Egypt, they control Egypt. All right. So now the Egyptian at that time, in the time of Obama, they have the Muslim Brotherhood in full control of the country. They control Tunisia in the same time. They control big part of Libya, most of the Libya. And Hillary Clinton, she went to Libya and she was discussing with the Muslim Brotherhood how they can support them to take over the country. So Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Turkey, Israel is in the middle. Israel will be suffocated. This is the plan of Erdogan and Qatar. However, things work. God, he maybe intervene and make it work in the opposite direction. The Saudi, they discover that the Muslim Brotherhood, they are preparing to take over the country. And obviously they share information with Emirat. Emirat, they discover the same, that the Muslim Brotherhood, they will take a coup, they will do a coup against them. Same will happen in Bahrain. So the three countries start arresting Muslim Brotherhood in one day by thousands. And they start deporting Jordanian, Palestinians, anyone who is connected to Muslim Brotherhood, kick them out of the country, and many of them, they stay inside their jail and maybe they get killed. So when the Emirat and Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, they announced that from now on Muslim Brotherhood are terrorist group. They start supporting the opposition in Egypt against the Muslim Brotherhood government here. And money talk. More than 30 million went in the street and they revolt against the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, for sure by the support of the money of Saudi Arabia. Obama gets so crazy, so upset, and he threatened the Egyptian with sanctions if they don't let the Muslim Brotherhood take over, stay in charge of the country. Imagine. This is the filthy Obama. Anyone who don't believe, you can go check history. You can go check. So when the Egyptian revolt against the Muslim Brotherhood government, Obama right away he placed sanctions and he threat of more sanctions if they don't let the so-called elected Muslim Brotherhood stay on charge. So the Egyptian government or army, they make a coup against the Muslim Brotherhood by the money of Saudi Arabia support. And now the president, he is the head of the coup. Until now, he was in the army. They took over, and the Muslim Brotherhood became criminals in Egypt. So they lost their place in Egypt. They lost their place in Saudi Arabia. The only place they still have a strong existence is Kuwait. In Emirat, the Muslim Brotherhood, they control almost 70% of ministries, which mean education, security, etc. All the ministers, they were Muslim Brotherhood. Imagine how powerful they become. This is an Emirat. Almost they took over the country. It was like almost. The plan was perfect. And then Erdogan will establish the Islamic Caliphate. And the border will be from the Greek islands all the way through Syria. And now he is working in that actually. When those Al-Qaeda took over Syria, Erdogan now he is in charge. The only thing is stopping him from getting close to Israel is Israel. You will notice that Erdogan is not coming to visit Damascus until now, which is very weird. You know, this guy, he should be presenting himself that he is the caliphate, and now Damascus is open, but he's afraid to come to Damascus. That's a lot of security risk. So the Muslim Brotherhood continue trying to take over Jordan, and now because they got the help of Damascus of Syria, and even Hezbollah is helping them. You know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And then we have during the time of Trump, Saudi Arabia, because of the Muslim Brotherhood, they put sanctions and closed their borders with Qatar, same as Emirat. Then the dummy, Trump, as usual, he make poo-poo. He forced Saudi Arabia to open their borders with Qatar. I cannot understand why, but I understand something else. It's money. God knows how much money they gave to Trump to force Saudi Arabia to take off their sanctions. Otherwise, Saudi Arabia was going to invade Qatar to change the ruling family. The one who warned them not to do that is Trump, and the Saudi will never dare to go against America. They are no match. Otherwise, they were going to invade Bahrain and Saudi Arabia and Emirat. They were preparing to invade Qatar. Qatar was buying only goods from Iran. Their borders are shut down from every side. Emirat, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain. A week before Trump he finished his presidency, he forced, if you don't believe me, go check. He forced Saudi Arabia to open their borders. Like he make it clear, if you don't, I will not allow the big amount of ammunition and weapon to be delivered to you. I will cancel it. And the Saudi, they knew that the liberals are not friends to Saudi Arabia. So if Joe Biden will take over, that deal will never happen. So right away they agree and they open their borders. Because they knew a week after or a month after, Joe Biden will become the president. Then you see we criticize Trump, and this is how you can be truthful. Like we vote for Trump. I was so happy to elect Trump. but not because he is you know a good person, but he is the best between the other choices. Either you have this Kamala and the garbage of Kamala and Biden, the pervert, and their woke and their wickedness, or someone at least against, you know, their wicked woke sexuality. Otherwise, Trump, there's many fishy stuff about him when it's come to politics, with Turkey, with Qatar specifically. And we will see. Time will tell. All right? Always we say, from their fruits, you shall know them. You know, when I look at the tariff, and I found that Israel have 17% tariff, and then he have 0% on Turkey. Why? How come? Is Turkey more favorable to Trump than Israel? Obviously it is. He put tariff on South Korea. We have bases there. On Emirat. He put tariff on everybody. Why Turkey? Something not right. I hope he will fix his you know, his behavior. But always he was very soft with Turkey. How is India and Pakistan? As I heard, I spoke to someone from India today. He is from the party of Modi. He was upset from me, by the way, about what I said about Modi. I said, this is my opinion. You got upset or not, you know me. He said, okay, I will not stop. You know, you are my favorite person, etc. But you made us upset. And he said to me, actually, I was donating to you. I will stop my donation. I said, no problem. He said, but I'm just contacting you to tell you that India will launch an attack in less than 24 hours from now. So we will see if this what he's saying is true. So the attack will be in less than 24 hours according to this person. And he is from the party. He is supposedly a high rank person from the party of Modi. Yeah. But we can search right now to see Pakistan. And he stopped donation to me. You see, one of the funny about this donation, you speak against the Pope, then somebody, he says, I'm a Catholic, I'm so upset, I'm not going to donate for you. I speak against James White, they will say to me, I'm Protestant, you are speaking against Protestant, I will not donate for you. I speak against Modi, oh, I am from India, and you know, I will not donate. Stop donating to me. I'm not for sale. Each time I say something, somebody, they will become like bubbles, you know. I have no friends. I speak the truth. And the second you speak the truth, you will hurt the feeling of many people. So, I am, according to some, I am an enemy of the Protestant. According to some others, I am the enemy of the Catholic. According to some others, I am the enemy of India. I mean, I don't know. I just say the truth. I am the enemy of Trump. I get upset. Why you are attacking Trump? I thought you support Trump. Like, aren't you the one who was so happy when Trump was elected and you make like the election night, we join together? I said, yeah, sure, why not? What does this have to do with this? We're truthful. We say things as it is. If someone is a Catholic, he make poo-poo, I will shower him with poo-poo. Same as if he's a Protestant. So what if he's a Pope or a priest? I don't care. I'm not a hypocrite person. I don't side with the wrong. I side with the right, whatever it is. So if we look at the news now, well, until now it looked like there's nothing. But this is what he said. He says it's very, very soon the attack will happen. He expects that less than 24 hours. The Indian army will attack. He said there is no question that attack will happen The only thing may be the time. But he is saying, based on what he knew, it's very, very imminent to happen. Yeah, but you know, the one who upset from you is those Christians, or you know, supposedly those people who support you. What do you like me to be, a hypocrite? You give me a donation, then I will say what you like to hear. I'm not. You can go, you know, like there's, without mentioning names, go to those channels, super chat channels, and you know, whatever you say, they will. As long as you are making donation, they will never offend you, right? Like I saw somebody posting that he have a debate with somebody. Go and buy your ticket. Why people need to buy a ticket to watch a debate? The money going to whom? Huh? For the one. This debate is a business. So they bring two guys. They says, okay, you will debate, and we will sell the ticket, let us say, for $100. You both, we will give you 50%, and we organize the event. We take 50%. Business. It's not about God. It's all about money. If I show you how many emails I receive from people upsetting from me, you will, you know, you will laugh. They even accuse me to be a Mossad agent because I defend Israel. A Jew, he accused me I am against Israel because I speak against Netanyahu. I don't know what I am, you know. So if I support Israel, I am a Mossad agent. If I speak against Netanyahu, I hate his Jews. A guy, he sent me an email. Oh, show us your clear color. You know, you claim that you support Israel. Yesterday you were speaking about Netanyahu. You know, okay, show the truth about yourself. Finally the truth appear. Like, what the heck? From Mossad agent to the enemy of Israel, to the enemy of the Catholic, to the enemy of the Protestant, to the enemy of the Orthodox. And then they gang against me. So you will see that guy, he is a Catholic, and the other guy is a Orthodox, and they gang against Christian Prince. So this Christian Prince, you have no authority to speak, to speak. Oh, what authority? Like somebody told you I'm performing marriage, or even baptism. What authority? What exactly might that mean? Like the two guys who are speaking against me, you have authority yourself? Dummies, you know, a bunch of mental. What you can say. So here in the internet, you will, you know, the only way to survive, if you are making business, you have to be a politician. You don't make your donors upset. Another way, you have to be a hypocrite and a liar. The more you lie, the more you are successful. The more truthful, the more painful. So everybody will hate you. The Protestant will not like you. The Catholic, they will be upset from you. The Orthodox, they are so angry from you. The Jews, they are so, you know, I mean, so I don't know. All right. Yeah, but you know, anyone who know me very well, I mean, if you listen to me for many, many years, I don't sugarcoat things. I say it as it is. I don't know, maybe this is good, maybe this is bad, but this is how I am. Don't ask me to be something else. I'm not. I cannot. My friend, I saw. You keep saying about Zechariah. I saw it, and I know the verses. Thank you very much for repeating that. There's no need to keep repeating the same thing. Zechariah. I got it. All right. Why are Pakistan and India fighting? You are not watching the news, my friend. There's a old history of hate between them. And always it's about religion. Again, it's not about land. Even though they claim it's about land. But why Pakistan is Pakistan? Because they are Muslims. And the other part is Hindus. It's about religion. The land is excused. Why the Arab, they are fighting Israel? Because they are Arab and those are Israeli? No. Because of religion. If the Jews became Muslim tomorrow, Hamas will say to them, you are welcome. I assure you that. If Netanyahu will be converted to Islam tomorrow, all the Muslims, they will praise him tomorrow. Yeah. It's all about religion, not about land. But again, who is going to say that to you? In the news? No. They will say to you they are fighting over Kashmir. That's not the truth. It's a war about religion. Islam versus Hindus. We have Al-Mahdi trending. He will be trending for a week, too, and then the same as every fart. In the beginning, have a strong smell, and then after that, the smell will go. People, they have nothing, you know. People, they are looking for something to talk about. This is what is trending. Al-Mahdi, a potato. No, seriously, this is what the trending is about. Like, you know, it became a little bit in trend. The mouth of everybody. Like sometimes even people think, or maybe even this guy, he claimed to be Al-Mahdi. He think people, they are really impressed. But the fact, it's a joke. You know, people, they are just laughing at him. Thinking, you know, thinking. Be nice, Islam versus humanity. What does that mean? What Islam versus humanity mean? What do you mean? Are you saying the rest are a human? No, communists are the same ugly as Muslims, Islam. Those woke, the Democrat, they are the same ugly as Muhammad. Same logic. Supremacists, you know. If you don't vote for as they vote, you're a donkey. You're wicked for them, you know. If you don't teach your kids to be transgender, you are teaching hate. If you speak against Islam, you are Islamophobic. So it's not only Islam versus, there's many evil, wicked force in this earth. Satan is one person, but he have many suits. Communist, liberals, Democrat, Islam, many, you know. But it's the same garbage. It's like a grave have multicolor from outside. This grave every morning have different marble in the top. Once it's black, once it's white, once it is green, you know. So Satan, he have many uniform, and he dressed the uniform which fit with the area, with the territory, with the culture, with the mindset. So if you are a person who live in Chicago, Satan, he will dress differently from somebody who live in, you know, Montana. Why the Muslim falsely claim Mecca is in the Bible? Well, Muslims, they can claim whatever they want. But we know that the Bible, as long as they take the Bible says that a Jew cannot take a king or a prophet. He is not a Jew. Is that correct? So the Muslims, you always need to be ready and learn how to silence them. Don't expect the Muslim to be a truthful person when he speaks. It's your duty. It's your duty as a believer to be ready to refute them. So when they say anything, this is about Mecca, this is about Muhammad, you know, what about you go to Deuteronomy chapter 17, and it says clearly that the ruler and the prophet, they have to be always from Israel, not a foreigner. Not a foreigner. A foreigner cannot rule over the Jews. Good? You can go right now and read Deuteronomy and read the whole chapter. Actually, you can go to the last verse. Let me open it. Hold on. And Mecca as a city never exists, actually. The real city is the one is in Yemen. All right. Always you have to be ready to declare to the liars their lies and get them busted. All right. See here what it says. You, in verse number 15, you shall surely set a king over you, whom the Lord your God chooses, one from among your countrymen, and you shall set a king over yourself. You may not put a foreigner over yourself, who is not your countryman. All right? So the Bible is so clear. As long as they believe in the Bible, Muhammad cannot be a leader for the Jews and cannot be accepted even as a prophet, because here the king is considered as a prophet too, chosen by God. Good? So guys, I might go live tomorrow to talk about India. The guy I spoke to him, he confirmed that there is something will happen in the coming 24 hours. And this was for sure before I actually know it was I mean maybe before I go live, you know. Actually, this Indian person, he subscribed to my Patreon for a long time, but now he's very upset from me because I spoke against Moody, you know. So Indian, they get moody with me. That's what happened when you speak against Moody. So anyway, he says, he claimed that he is like a member of the party of Moody, the political party, and he said the Indian are going to attack Pakistan in a very, very short time. So we will see tomorrow, by tomorrow, what will happen, if this will be true or not. And obviously the Pakistani are terrified. And you know, I think Moody, he will attack because this is a very great opportunity for him to win the coming election with no question, because that will present him like a hero, you know. He will attack a country is collapsing already. The economy of Pakistan is collapsing. Money, no business, no electricity, no water. They will cut the water from them. A lot of problems, terrorism, blah, blah, blah. So Moody, he have a great opportunity to enter the history books of the Hindus as a hero who defeated the enemies, who they are the people of Pakistan. And this is why actually I agree with this guy who called me and he said he expect that the Indian army is going to attack very, very soon, because I believe this is a great opportunity to Modi. I think if he lost it, this is the biggest mistake he would do. And people will be upset from him actually if he did not do something. So he have no choice except doing something. And he will ask Elon Musk to activate his satellites so their drones can go to Pakistan and hunt the terrorist. China will take India soon. China, they have bigger problem than going to war. You see, China, it might be a massive, powerful country in the appearance, but in reality, China is struggling badly with their economy. Very, very bad. And now, actually, this war, if it happened, that will make India more subdued into USA. And if that happened, that will be for the benefit of America against China, because China, now, it's China versus America. The rest is accessories. So India will have no choice except getting support from whoever, and support of America is a must. The Chinese, as we know, they are supporting Pakistan because they have the same problem with India about the land. All right? And at the same time, they are afraid that India is going to be replacing them as a market, as a manufacturer to Europe and to the West. So I think China, they are going to rush into fix their issues with Trump very soon, because they are afraid it's going to be too late if they waited longer. For the Indian are very desperate to take the place of China. And I can say they can take the place of China in many things, but still there's some stuff India is not capable of replacing China. But still they can hurt the Chinese economy badly, you know. So if America took, let us say, instead of 80% of their import from China, they decide to say, okay, 40% from India. That is a disaster for China. All right. So this war is a very good luck for Modi, because first the enemy is weak. They will never dare to use their nukes anyway. And he will just shine himself as a hero for the coming century, not only for now. The Indian people will be so proud of him. And the bigger the damage he will do, the more they will be proud of him. And I think he can accomplish big damage easy. All right, we will see tomorrow. Actually, already we are tomorrow. I'm very, sometimes you are confused about what is tomorrow, what is today, I mean, it's amazing how time goes. See, you guys, what you did to me, I came to here to speak about the God, the daughter of Allah, for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and look for how long I'm here now. And this internet company, they are going to charge me I think $10 for every 50 gigabyte above my. I mean, look how thief they are. They claim that supposedly I have unlimited. Yet, we previously let you know that your etc. internet service, including 1,500 something gigabyte data for each bill period, that you have exceeded your usage allowance for the prior bill period. you have reached the maximum, and if you go over your data plan, this build period, we will waive the charges for your additional data this time. If you go over your data plan after this period, you will pay an additional $10 for every 50 gigabyte. And do you know what 50 gigabyte when you go live in two stream? They will not even do maybe, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm not sure. Thieves. So they will start charging me, like the more I stay, the more they will charge me. A bunch of thieves. So each time we go live, maybe we have to pay another $20 or maybe more if I exceed the limit, and obviously I did. Yeah, there's other companies. I tried them before. I keep losing connection every, if you remember, before I tried it. This is why I'm stuck with those people. The other one, they lie to. They say to you, we give you a very high speed internet, and then when you go live, it doesn't even go 3 gigabyte speed. I kept losing my internet. I changed my modem. We changed the cable. I changed everything. Still, thieves, liars. So then what I learned, that it's like a faucet, you know. So when there's many users, it's like you are in the end of the line. So when there's many faucet open water, and you are the last faucet, your faucet will not have water. So they lie about the speed. They say this is the speed we will give you, 400, etc. And then when you practice it, the only time your speed is okay is when people are asleep, which means you have to go live like 1 a.m. in the morning. No, it's not my computer. That's not my computer. My computer is not old, you know. This is not my computer. China has announced the support to Pakistan. No, I know for sure. Because we know who is competing with who. You see, all the movement of those countries is about cornering each other. So Pakistan and Iran are not friends. This is why Modi, he established very good relationship with the enemies of Israel, Iran. The purpose is to establish a new trade line guaranteeing the security from Iran in that line. China is trying to compete by going now to Egypt. Like the Chinese, they did just a game, they have a game war game in Egypt, just I think 10 days ago. So it's, it's everybody trying to find like a footprint or footstep for them in somewhere, because they are afraid they will be cornered. So now European Union are angry from China. America is the same. India is the same. Even Russia, Putin, you cannot trust Putin. Putin have no friends. And he might be, close to China now because of Ukraine war, but he will turn against them tomorrow, because still they have many dispute between Russia and China. China have a dispute with Japan. So they have many dispute with the Philippines. So China, the Communist Party, they are making big mistakes. They are making a lot of enemies. Taiwan, Philippines, Japan, Russia, India. And those are like, they are not small countries. And the American are, they are using their skills, or let us say influence, to corner China. So in Taiwan, in Philippines, like USA now, they have a new base in Philippines. But for a while, the Philippines don't want USA, but now they want them back. Because of China trying to steal islands from Philippines. So everybody is struggling with China, and that is a big mistake of China. They will end with many enemies. So when you became a greedy, proud of your power, you became superpower, that is not a good thing, because too many enemies will conquer you, will destroy you. And destruction not necessarily by war, it can be by economy. And economy war is the biggest conquering tool. And you know, China have other problem. If you remember those Chinese communists, they forbid people to have more than one baby. You remember? So I think just a few years ago, they allowed them to have two now. So for a long, long time, the Chinese, they have only one child. And they allow them to choose the gender, which means you go to the laboratory, you choose the gender of your baby. The majority of the Chinese, they have boys, or the majority, they choose to have a boy. So they have a generations of misbalance, like the balance between male and female is very bad. Same time, when the parents have one child, I mean, there's no family, because if a guy, he go to war, those two old people, they are left alone. So the communists, they made a big mistake. Like China was growing in everything except population. They were shrinking. That's why India now is the biggest population country in the world. But it was always a China. So when the Chinese limited the population number or the birth, they made a big mistake just because of their greed. They want to just get a better economy. They sacrifice their population. So even if they go to war, even China is a big country with big population, still their population is not healthy, for there's a bad balance in the society between gender. All right? This is what you get when you are with the communist. All right, guys. How about Starlink? Starlink is very expensive. And I don't know how fast it is, Starlink. I'm not sure. I think Starlink the same. If you exceed the limit, they will charge you more. I don't think Starlink is practical. Starlink is used for those who live in off-grid villages, small towns where there's no internet provider, you know. Yeah. Anyway, what we can do. This is why I'm trying to slow down and go on live, because of those charges will be. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you very much. And today, actually, I wrote maybe 5 pages of my book, which is about examining the prophecies of Prophet Muhammad, or the Prophet Muhammad, prophethood. So I hope I will be able to finish this book soon. And then after that, we need somebody to help to do the English, grammar check, editing. And I hope we'll find some volunteers to help. Yeah, it will be a very interesting book, and I'm sure you guys, you will like it. And then we will translate it to many languages as before, so people around the world will be able to read it. All right, so I want to say thank you. Did you name the kitty? It's not, and I don't give names to those animals. I mean, I help this cat just for the sake of being, she is a creature. And half disabled, she's blind. You put the food in the front of her, hardly she can see it. Obviously she depends on her nose to smell. Otherwise, I would not even feed the cat. But I would not give it a name. I made a house for it because if there's a rain or etc., I felt sorry for this cat. It took me some time to make the house for, but she is not sleeping inside. She don't see it. I put the food inside the house. Get in. Meow. Okay, what? How do you get in? The food is here. Just get in. You know. Finally, I was able to make her get in, but she did not like to stay inside. I think she did. She liked more windows, maybe, you know, like or big screen TV or something. I'm not sure, you know. Oh, yeah. You know, it's good to be caring, and you know, for us as a Christians, we know that God created, and even animals, they have feeling. They feel pain, and they can sense your evil and your good. And this is why actually animals can be even better than many human. Like, I'm not worried if I turn my back to the cat, but I will be worried if I turn my back to Hezbollah. Right? So animals can be way better, and they appreciate actually when you do good for them. Human, you feed them, they bite you. You invite them to your house, they betray you. You trust them, they cheat on you. Animals are way better because we know the motive of the animals, how to deal with them. Human beings are the dangerous one. I mean, even dogs can be way better than a human. They have more loyalty than a human being, sadly. This is why, you know, Christ, he brings us back to our humanity. The world wants us to be animals, where we are just motivated by our mouth, stomach, and penis, and sex. With the Christ, you will be motivated by the good of God within you. So, a person who is a Christian, he enjoys doing good, and he feel bad when something bad happen. A wicked person, he enjoy the opposite. He enjoy his wickedness, and he enjoy when he hurt people or even animals. And by the way, I noticed that wicked people, they hurt everybody, even animals. One of the signs of being wicked is when you hurt animals. Because you understand that this is an animal. I mean, even if you do something wrong, you know that this is just an animal. You know, it's not a smart being. So when you are evil to them, obviously you are clearly wicked. Because you know that they are limited, and still you decide to be evil to them. Right? I don't know if you agree with me, but this is my experience with people. Why anyone want to hurt an animal, a dog or a cat? Why you want to do that? If they don't ever hurt you, never do anything. There is people, they love to hurt animals. You see always like somebody putting a dog in a chain. Horrible, the dog is so skinny. I mean, just let the dog go, man. You are disgusting. Just, what if somebody put a chain like this in your neck? I mean, don't you have a feeling? Don't you have a shame? I don't like even to have a bird in a cage. You see, somebody asked me about the roses. I don't cut the roses. I don't cut a rose from the plant. God put it there, you know. I will not cut it. It's beautiful there. This is the place where it should be. So when you grab a rose, you are being selfish. Now I know some of you will say, you know, you can use a rose to give to someone who is sick, etc. I will say, okay, no problem. But still, if you think about it, the best place for the rose, where beauty is in the best of the glory of it, is where you don't cut it yet. When you keep it in its place. The same as you. Like the best place for you is where you are from. If somebody grab you and get you against your will and put you in a vase, put you in a palace somewhere, and the palace is decorated, but it's not your place. You don't feel it. You don't like it. You do not choose to be there. So we have to be sincere, and we have to be loving, and we have to appreciate whatever God gave us. So I love nature. I love trees. I love flowers. And always I will be kind to animals and a human. Even though I look so tough, you know, if you maybe, you know, you will think this guy is a terrorist if you see me. But I learned that tough men are the most kind, not the most tough. So I'm tough in war. I'm tough in a fight. I'm a tough when I need to be tough. But I will be kind, or I should be kind. And real men are the one who kind to the weak, not tough with them. Men who they are tough with the weak are wicked, and they are evil. So I want to say thank you all for being here. I hope we enjoy our time together. And until we see you maybe tomorrow or the day after, God is good. So is Jesus. And we are, what? The crusade. I hope to see you soon again. God bless you. See ya.